Hello, I'm Beth Wagner, Doctor of Physical Therapy. Today I'm excited to bring you my advanced level balance exercise program. Now this video is specifically geared for you if you've already completed my beginner and intermediate level balance exercise videos. Now if you haven't already checked those out, please go ahead and do that and then come back to this video later when you're ready. I include a lot of helpful information about our balance system, breathing, and much more in the beginner level video. And I introduce the basic balance exercises in that video. And then in the intermediate level video, I take those beginner exercises and progress them to the next level of challenge. This advanced level video is one further level progression from the intermediate level. So it's very important that you check out those videos and be sure that you're able to complete the beginner and intermediate level videos with relative ease, and then progress to this video when you're ready. A couple things to keep in mind as we go through these exercises. Now, exercises that are easy help to build confidence. So when you're doing easy exercises, reassure yourself of your abilities. Reinforce to yourself that you have good balance and that you're gaining strength. Now, when you do more challenging exercises, do those with awareness and remember to breathe. Give yourself credit for the hard work that you're doing to improve your ability to stand and move about your world to the greatest of your abilities. So you'll notice as I go through this, I may demonstrate some exercises with fingertip support on a counter and some exercises with my hands by my side. Do the variation of the exercise that's most appropriate for you. If you need countertop support, especially to start with, use it. Once you're able to do this without any support, that's great too. So honor where you are today, listen to your body, and then progress as you're able. Okay, from the intermediate level video, we're going to continue the feet together, eyes closed exercise. Start with tall posture with your core engaged, your glutes engaged, chest lifted, shoulder blades down and back. And now, keeping your feet together, close your eyes. Our goal here is 60 seconds, 1 minute. This is a great time to notice where you feel contact between your feet and the floor. Is your weight more in the front of your foot, the back of your foot, more under your left foot, or your right foot? Now that's likely to vary as you practice this exercise. See if you can continue to bring your weight back more toward the center. Okay, hold as long as you can. If you start to lose your balance, simply step out of the position or touch down on the countertop for support. Perform 2 repetitions of feet together, eyes closed. Now moving on to single leg stance with your eyes closed. Again, with tall posture, shift your weight over to one foot. So we'll shift our weight over to the right foot. Lift the left foot just so your toes are a little bit above the surface. All right, once you're balanced, close your eyes. And I might need the countertop for a little bit of support with this. Okay, now I think I've got it. If you start to lose your balance, just simply put your toe down or touch the surface. All right. Once you've held that as long as you can, put your foot down, shift your weight over to the left leg. Lift your right leg, toes just off the surface. Once you have balance, close your eyes. Okay, and you'll see my ankle is working really hard with this exercise. And that's because when we close our eyes, then we can no longer use vision to help anchor us in space. We have to rely more on sensation coming in from our feet and from our vestibular system, the parts of the inner ear that tell our brain where we are in space. Okay, continue two repetitions alternating the left and the right side. All right, now in the intermediate level video, I introduced tandem stance, or one foot in front of the other. We'll progress that to eyes closed today. So standing with one heel right in front of the other, start looking forward, find a focal point on the wall across the room from you, get your balance, and now close your eyes. Oh, and I definitely will need the countertop for support with this one initially. Okay, this again is a great time to feel where you are bearing weight. Is it more under your front foot, the back foot, the left side of your body, the right side of your body? Okay, and if you lose your balance, simply step out of it. Open your eyes. All right. Now, our goal is 30 seconds. Once you've finished, switch legs. Put the other leg forward, find your focal point, start with your fingertips on the countertop if you need to, like I did, and close your eyes. Okay. Great way to progress this is to tap on the countertop until you feel comfortable lifting your hands off completely. Now I feel pretty comfortable with my hands not on the countertop. Again, our goal is 30 seconds. And once you're finished, go ahead and step out of that position. Another progression of tandem stance is head turns. So we'll start with one foot in front of the other again. Find a focal point on the wall across the room and turn your head side to side, just as far as you feel comfortable turning. Again, fingertips on the countertop as you need. Start with slow head turns and only go as far as you feel comfortable. Perform 20 repetitions total, 10 in each direction. Okay, next we'll progress the multidirectional reach to reach a little farther outside of the base of support. That means we're reaching beyond where we feel supported right here centered around our feet. So start with your feet hip distance apart. Outside the base of support means we're reaching even farther out. Start reaching with the right hand and bring that hand back. Now reach with the left hand. Look at your left fingers, bring that hand back. Now reach up with the right hand, look at the right fingers and back. Up with the left hand and back. Now out with the right hand and back. Out with the left hand, look at the left fingers and back. Now let's reach down with the right hand and back, and down with the left hand and back. Now continue reaching as far as you feel comfortable in every direction. Forward and to the side, up and down. Alternate the right and the left sides. Perform 20 repetitions total, 10 on each side. Next, we'll progress the heel-toe raises to include internal rotation and external rotation at the hips. Starting with your feet about hips distance apart, now turn your toes out to the side. Now only turn your feet as far as you feel comfortable going. Everybody's different. Some people are more naturally able to externally rotate their hips, while for other people it feels more comfortable to internally rotate at the hip. Just move based on what is comfortable for you. Okay, so with your toes turned out, now rock up onto the toes, lift your heels, rock back onto your heels and lift the toes. Continue rocking forward and backward. If you need to stand next to a countertop for support, that's just fine with this. Okay, this is also a great calf strengthening exercise. Now continue 20 repetitions, heel to toe. After the 20 repetitions with your toes turned out, then go ahead and relax your feet and turn your toes in. So point your toes in as far as they feel comfortable, and then rock up on your toes, lift your heels, and then rock back on your heels and lift your toes. This is a little more difficult for me. Again, start with a countertop support if you need to. Continue 20 repetitions, going up on your toes, back onto the heels, and continue going back and forth. Now, if at any point in time you feel pain in your ankles or your feet, then stop this exercise. It'll be normal to feel a little bit of stretch discomfort if you haven't done this type of movement before. That's just fine, but you shouldn't be feeling sharp, shooting pain, numbness, or tingling. Okay, after the 20 repetitions with your toes turned in, then go ahead and relax your feet, shake that out a little bit. All right, we'll continue the three-way lunge that I introduced in the intermediate video. So I'll do a couple repetitions here fairly quickly as a review. All right, we'll start with feet about hip distance apart, good posture. Now with the right leg, I'm going to step or lunge, depending on what's most comfortable for you. Forward, toes go forward, and I'll sink into a little bit of a lunge, looking forward, come back to the center. Now we'll do the same at 45 degrees. So I'm going to step, turn my foot 45 degrees, turn my head 45 degrees, lunge, and come back to the center. Now we'll go out 90 degrees. Turn the foot and head, lunge, and come back to the center. Now I'll show you that on the left side. This time I'm just going to show with a step instead of the lunge. So it'll be a step forward, look forward, back to the center. Step and turn my head 45 degrees, back to the center. Step and turn 90 degrees and back to the center. We'll do that one more time on each side. So step or lunge forward, center, step or lunge 45 degrees with your head and your eyes following the direction of the lunge, back to the center, out to the side and back to the center, and again on the left. Step or lunge forward, back to the center. Step or lunge 45 degrees, back to the center, and out to the side and back to the center. Perform 20 repetitions, 10 on each side. Excellent. Now we're going to add a 360-degree turn. Starting with good posture, feet about hip distance apart, simply going to turn in a full circle. Start with slow movement if this feels a bit uncomfortable for you. Again, you can also start with countertop support. After turning to the right 360 degrees, then let's turn to the left 360 degrees. And pause. Just move at the pace that you feel comfortable going. As you practice this day by day, as you increase the repetitions, you'll likely become more comfortable moving at a little quicker pace. So continue doing the 360 turns 10 times, 5 in each direction. Be sure that you finish evenly. So if you started with a right turn, finish with a left turn. All right, let's move on to the walking exercises. I recommend shooting for about 100 feet total with all of these. You can estimate based on the amount of space that you have to perform the exercise. Start with what you feel comfortable doing and then gradually build up day by day and with practice and repetition. All right, the first one is walking with head turns and nods. I'll start at the end of my runway, and as I walk, I'm going to turn my head side to side, matching the turn with my step. At the end of the runway, I'll turn, and now going back, I'm going to do a nod. So I'll look up to where the wall meets the ceiling, and then down to where the wall meets the floor, up and down. A nod with each step. Then I'll switch to the turn again. Right and left turn with a right and left step. All right, and then on the way back, I'll do the nod. Look up and look down as I step with the right and left foot. Okay, continue alternating the head turns and the head nods. Just turn your head as far as you feel comfortable and move at a pace that feels comfortable for you. With repetition, day by day, you'll likely be able to increase the speed of movement and the speed of your head turns. Be sure that you are not causing any stress or strain in your neck. If you feel any pain, headaches, numbness, or tingling, then stop the exercise right away. It might be that you're moving too fast, turning your head too far, or that this exercise is not the best for you. So slow your movement. Don't turn your head quite as far. And if that's tolerable, then great. Just stick with that. If it's still painful, then stop the exercise completely. All right, now we'll add a tandem walk. So we're going to be walking with that heel-toe pattern. So I'll start at the end of my runway, tall posture, looking straight forward. And now I'm going to walk, placing the heel right in front of the toes of my other foot. I'm just keeping my head still, looking forward. When I get to the end, turn and go back again. Heel, toe. Feel free to feel this out. You don't need to look down to make sure that your heel is landing right in front of your toes. Just feel it out. You'll know that your heel is about in front of your toes. Good. Again, you can run your fingertip along the countertop if you need to for support. Okay, the last exercise is backward walking. Now, while this might seem strange to be practicing walking backward, we do small amounts of backward walking all of the time. For example, if we're in the corner of our kitchen and we need to take a few steps back to get out of the corner, if we're reaching into a shelf or the freezer at the grocery store, and then we need to take a step back and close that door. There are many times where we take just a few steps backward, and that can be a key time to make sure that you still have good balance. Stay on your feet and to feel confident with that type of movement. Okay, make sure that there is nothing on the floor, of course, that you might trip over while performing this exercise. The first time you do it, definitely run your fingertip along the countertop. All right, starting at the end of my runway, tall posture, keeping my eyes straight forward. I'm simply going to take one step back and then another step back. Start with small steps and move slowly. Make sure you know where the end of your runway is so that you don't run into anything there. All right, turn around and continue taking a step back. Now your feet should be staying about hips distance apart. We're not doing heel toe with this. Don't try to walk on a tightrope, for example. Keep your feet about hips distance apart. Okay, continue taking a step as you feel comfortable. Keep the steps small. Keep your pace slow to start with. Okay, fantastic. Congratulations. You have completed the advanced level balance exercise program. Now, each of these videos is meant to be a progression and an additional level of challenge beyond the previous level video. So you don't need to continue doing the easier exercises in the previous videos. Now, if there is a particular exercise that I haven't progressed and you want to continue doing it, that's just fine. Feel free to mix and match. Now, in addition to my balance series of beginner, intermediate, and advanced level exercises, I also posted a balance exercise program using a foam pad. This is another excellent tool for increasing your balance, especially if you find it difficult to stand on soft, squishy surfaces like grass or gravel or any kind of uneven ground. If you find yourself swaying a bit on soft surfaces, even thick carpet or with soft shoes, then try my balance exercises on a foam pad. The link to that video is in the description below. I hope this video has been helpful for you to improve your balance and get you back to doing the things that you love to do every single day. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I'm able. Here's to your healing, health, and happiness. Have a fantastic day.